Talk to you. That's for the Reaving quests. 7th stage. Welcome to headquarters of Yellow Jackets, the keeper of the peace in Minster. Is there aught I can assist you with? Yep. Take that off my hands. A sample of spice, courtesy of the 7th stage, you say. There is no mistake. This is fire sand, and the kind used by the Garleans besides. Quite intriguing. Very well, we will consider placing an order. Oh, you thought you had bought me spice. I see you're not familiar with the Cavalianisms. For the sake of convenience, he uses the word spice to refer to literally anything that has been procured on the high seas. Lest you worry, the man isn't engaged in any activity that is considered piracy. Far from it. Think of him as a trader, a heavily armed one, who represents limited interests in eastern lands. Now what do I need to talk to you? Oh, this is just another quest. Yeah, we'll take it. An alarming number of citizens have gone missing of late, though I suspect you've already heard the rumours. It is essential that we ascertain their safety. To this end, I prepared a list based on reports from our citizens. Would you be so kind as to deliver it to my colleague in Bullock Hall? Nalika is her name. My thanks in advance, friend. Now we're going to talk to Blowelthwa. Oops, I did it again. God damn it. Any axe worth swinging needs 2 hands on the haft and has a blade what can make short work of a galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our members train to use, with deceptive swiftness and all too predictable force. Are you interested in hearing more, lass? Why don't I give you a short version of the guilds found in history, and we can go from there. It all started with ships, you see. What have ships got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would be pretty bloody difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will run foul of a storm or worse, it makes sense for a cruise carpenter to carry an axe on board. It all started with shipbuilding and ship repair. What? Am I boring you? As I was saying, any tool on a ship can become a weapon, and the axe was perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel, let loose in a whirl of steel, and generally laying waste all about. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of the marauder begin to take shape, especially among pirates where its strength and skill decided to place in the world. With an eye to assembling crews, battle-ready raiders, the pirates started teaching the proper way to wield chopping blade to their new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild first came to be. But once the Galodian Accord was signed to unite Maelstrom and the pirates against Limster's enemies, the whole game changed. The Accord itself was a dismal failure, of course, but the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirates elements, and has been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats neither. They were warriors what sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. Warriors! That's the job name. If mastering the axe is your heart's desire, then you'll find no better arena in which to practice your swings. Think it over and let me know if you fancy joining our ranks. I have a feeling I'll be seeing more of you soon, lass. But you've decided to swing an axe with the Marauders then. I actually wonder if you could ever take a class that you didn't start with before this point. Alright then, all that needs doing now is to speak with the Axemaster himself. Sounds simple? I've seen folk slink out of the door rather than put themselves in the path of the unnerving glare. That's a bloke right there in the middle of the room. Wirezowen's his name. Put some steel in your spine and look him straight in the eye when you talk to him. Last good fortune to you. It's this bloke here. Oh look, another fellow marauder. It's not actually a marauder because they have a, they are a marauder, but they're not a new player because, well, not a level 5 anyway, because they've got, Green Company. Green Company's about level 20, so they've got another class that's level 20 or something. That's a way to tell. Yes, I'm, Wernzowen, Axemaster they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree, but one should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of marauding is used to rend, to cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries. We seek to overwhelm them. And that's the name of an ability, I'm pretty sure. A marauder must... No, it's overpower. Anyway, a marauder must be most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of the Steel Whirlwind, a dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Blauthwata, but once more shall I challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits an initiate, of the Marauders Guild? Yes. Very well, and your name. Attend me well then, Scarlett. Hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the marauder is jagged and perilous one. The blood that spills at your feet will oftentimes be your own. You stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat as befits a novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay bleating, scurrying, crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Windsor. Lost lambs, wharf rats, and the little ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries? Adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature have fallen to your blade. Alright, so ideally I should immediately do that, but I'm just going to finish up this quest while we're over here, grab the Culinarian's Guild Ethernet shard. The bridge mark. So this is the armor and the blacksmith's guild. Okay, we got that. Let's hit up this. Oh, that was a Culinarian's Guild, it's not. I always get the two mixed up because they look very similar. A new sample from the 7th stage. Alright, let's have a whiff of it then. I ain't smelling nothing like I ain't smelled nothing like it before. The note has came with it says, it's a root what grows on Orthard. Last I heard, Orthard was on Imperial rule. Out of 7 elves did Carvalian manage to get hold of this. Any road, I reckon I can cook up summit fresh and new with this. Thanks for your delivery, friend. No, it is the Culinarian's Guild. Again, I get the confused because they look very similar. And worse off, there are 2 people here, right? And in the Armorer's Guild, there are 2 people there as well. So it doesn't help you. It's a very beautiful city though, I must give it that. Even with like the fact that these are like a Realm Reborn areas and the textures are kind of bleak at times, but it's still a very beautiful city. Welcome back. It would seem both samples were rather well received, and there is no small part due to our affable courier. 'Tis unfortunate, but notoriety accumulated over the course of years does not fade overnight. There are still many who are hesitant to do business with savage pirates. Yet the old days of piracy have passed, giving way to a new wave of opportunity. My crew and I have decided to embrace this wave. With the Admiral's blessing, we engage in a form of trade with galleon ships. Everything we do, you may rest assured, is within the law. I think there's another quest that comes back to him or something. Alright, so... I'm going to go back to the culinary skills to hit up the Aetherite Shard. It probably would have been easy to go to the Marauder skill, but live and learn. And we just want to go to the Aetherite Plaza. Aetherite Plaza. So we'll hit up this question here, which is Lost and Found. Yep, Lost and Found. Welcome to Lonesome Elementor. If there's aught you would like to know, feel free to... You've got something for me, you say. A missing persons list. I'm not sure I follow. Thanks for bringing the list. I'll be sure to memorize the names. If any of the missing persons reappear, you can count on me to spot them. Most folk enter the city via the Zephyr Drift, which means they must pass through the Ball of Call. That's why I'm on constant watch here, in undercover so as to keep an eye out for suspicious activity. I've been doing this for so long, I've become a pretty good judge of character. If there are shady characters skulking about, you can rest assured I can pick them out. And then I assume that this lady here is going to be, the street lights, yeah, that's right. Sounds like you're, oh, I missed, goddamn it, I did it again. You see, I'm supposed to go fill in the street lamps in oil so that they'll stay lit through the night, but thanks to this business of missing people, I can't simply up and leave my post. If you could tend to the street lamps in my stead, I'd be eternally grateful. Oh, and when you're finished, please fetch more oil from Sissy Pooh in the Fisherman's Guild. We're running low here, and she has care of our stores.
Mic off. Mic on.
Thankfully, key items get separated in your inventory. So you have 3 pages of key items. Not that I've ever really needed that many, but it's separated, which is good. So we want to get street lamp. Okay, we've got that. Up this way. You can probably see just over there. That's the Rogue's Guild. I know it well. And ideally, like, I can click on this and just click on the item in the quest list. That's a little bit quicker in that regard. Thankfully, we're also the Fisher's Guild is right here, so we won't have to go far to get the oil from Sissy Pooh. Yes, that is her name. She's a Lalafell. I'll grab this as well. Okay. Hit this up. You're doing what? What am I to do with that girl? She has the nerve to ask me for work, twaddle and tripe about her savings, only to foster it on the first adventure that comes along. Being young and pretty does not give you the license to shirk responsibility. I shall get her oil alright, and a piece of my mind to boot. Small potions. Back in the water, Sissy Poo with the Fisherman Guild wants to order a new fishing boat. Okay. The calamity really knocked the wind out of the fishing industry's sails, but fisher folk are starting to return to the seas once more. It's past time I did the same, but before I can put out to sea again, I need to have a new boat built. Our guild has always commissioned Naldic and Vermelis for its crafts, but they are beastly busy these days. If you want for something to do, mayhap you could run over to the Armourers Guild and consult the Forge Master. There's Naza in my stead. I would know how long we might expect to have to wait. So there's the upper decks here. That will get me to there, and then I'll go to visit him again. So where was I? I need to go this way. So let's sprint. Haven't used that very often yet. The way it works, just to explain this as well, so I've got the two mice buttons. I've only got two mice buttons on my mouse. Mouse buttons? I've only got two buttons on my mouse. And as such, I've got basically mouse button 4, which is what you would usually use for like back on a browser or whatever. That's strictly like transport related things, so I've got sprint, and then I've got the roulette for flying mounts, and the corral, which is my go-to like land mount, and has been since the beginning. So this way. And then if a class has a movement ability, like for instance the Dragoon has a backflip, Archer has like a jump back, that kind of stuff. The Rogue has what's called a Shikuchi, which basically is like he drops a smoke bomb and then teleports. Yeah, I put those on shift, mouse 4. And then like food buffs and stuff I put on mouse 5, so I've got my potion there at the moment. A new boat for the Fisherman's Guild. I'm afraid now isn't the best time. You see, we have currently taken on a commission for a galleon. This task alone is our hands full. But look, I'll see what I can do. The Fisherman's Guild has long been one of our best clients, and I would be loath to disappoint Sissy Poo. It may take a while, but I still endeavour to have her boat ready in a timely fashion. Yeah, no, ether is for like mana and stuff, but we don't really have a need for it just yet. This is going to give us. I'll just take the money here because I've got the XP bonus item in the head slot. Are you in need of something? Some trifling task to pass the time? Then I have just the job for you. Veteran is offering a reward to any adventurer who slays at least 5 wharf rats. Well, I've got to do that as well, so it's a good thing that I grabbed this quest. There's no shortage of the pests lurking outside the Tempest Gate, so you should hurry and take advantage of this opportunity. Cool. So let's head to... and we've hit level 3. Cool. Our first ability comes at level 4, which is Skull Thunder. So let's hit up Baderon, get the main story completed, and then we'll go slay some rats and stuff. There you are, Scarlett. Enjoy your jaunt around the city, did ya? If you mean to base yourself in them elements, that won't be the last time you'll visit them 3 places. And now you've got some idea of what's where. You can start exploring the rest of the town. You've shown a good ear for listening, lass. Stick with old Batteron and you'll go far. Alright, so we need level 4. So let's head out. So I'm gonna hit up so now what's the name said? What was it? I can't remember which gate she said. Tempest Gate, that's it. I think that's this side, isn't it? Anyway, we can just do this map. So they want us to go to Lower Lenosha, and this one, Middle Lenosha, Middle Lenosha, and Middle Lenosha. So we can probably just go to Middle Lenosha then, which is Lower Decks. So we want to go back to the plaza and then out there. Once you have all the Aetherite shards as well, it'll open teleports, so you can immediately just get teleported out those gates, rather than you know, having to do what I just did. But you know, ideally you wouldn't ever really use it apart from now, because most locations have their own like thing that you're gonna tune to. So let's go. Alright. Mapping the realm, so we know how to fight, know about achievements. Alright, let's kill some wharf rats. So yeah, we're getting a plus 300 XP bonus. We're almost level 4. Alright, so we should get Skull Thunder off that. Nice. So that combos thing is just that some abilities chain together. So for instance, if you use Skull Thunder after Heavy Swing, it gets more damage, does more damage. Other things will have extra effects, so it might like add damage over time or something like that. And you can tell when the combo is ready by the dot line that shows up. So the lost one. So these are the highest level things that we've been fighting, yeah? Yeah. There's also a fate here that shows up. And as you can see, they actually do a good job. So if you use an ability when you don't have a combo, the sound is significantly different. So it sounds kind of hollow, which is a good way to, you know, just audibly tell. So for instance, let's just attack the ball here. And if I do it wrong, it doesn't have as whole a final hit. Alright, so we'll go hand those quests in. You also might have seen that it popped up to say that you can now get your next class quest. Generally happens every 5 levels in A Realm Reborn. Kind of tempted to go up there and get the Aetheryte Shard. Nah, I won't bother. For now. Yeah, in A Realm Reborn it's every 5. In Heavensbid and Stormblood it's every 2. You probably also notice I've got these, the gold Checker feathers from Recruiter Friend campaign. The silver ones are just from subscribing for a number of days. You also get 2 Fantasia. Actually can't remember the exact reason for these. I know one is from subscribing for a number of days or something. And that basically just lets you go to the character creation screen and redo, apart from like class and stuff. Aetheryte tickets that allows us to teleport to Aetherytes for free, so it's in place of Gil potions, and we just got some animal skin, which is a crafting material, which is specifically for like low level leather worker. Say that 3 times fast. So what? We're probably just missing the Arcanist Guild. I might just quickly run over there and get that. And that way I should be able to teleport out of those gates. I think that's the only one that I'm missing. Nope. No, keep going. There it is. Tune yourself to all the Aetheryte Shards and Limsa Limsa. The Zephyr Gate and the Tempest Gate and the airship landing are now accessible as Aether destinations. Alright, you just told us that. Okay. So as you can see now we've got Zephyr Gate, Tempest Gate and airship landing. So let's go to the Ash Castle because we need to talk to, I think it was Badgeron. Go talk to Badgeron and then go up to the Marauders Guild. Collect that and then grab the next quest. We've got some more questions here now as well, we might pick up. So you slew a few rats, good on you lass. This bloke comes through the other day and plops this huge sack the size of a bleeding gobu on the counter, saying any man that slays rats can have something from within. When I inquires as to why, all he says, this damn noise they make when scurrying about is driving him insane. He asked me though, he was already a bit touched. Something tells me the poor lad will never find peace. I think it means that means he's insane. So we'll grab this. That's going to give us some shoes. No worries. Still in Limsa, are you? Scarlett. How did you fancy a trip outside the walls? I'd like you to visit an orchard by the name of Summonhood Farms. Ever heard of the place? The owner, Staleworm, is an old mate of mine. He's got himself a crew of mostly reformed pirate types, if you can believe that, and he's been trying to bring a bit of life back to the fields after Calamity ruined soil. He mentioned needing another hand or two, and your name sprang to mind. I gave you a glowing recommendation, so make sure you work hard and impress the old bastard. You need directions? The place ain't hard to find. Just take the Zephyr Gate out of the city and follow the road northeast. That's basically where I was considering going and getting the Aetheryte Shard from. For me once. Oh, you've returned. I hope you Do not harbor any ill will towards me for my earlier deception. Oh, it's this fucker. Yeah, that's right. You see, I believe the most important lesson for a green adventurer is to learn is that we should always question the motives of everyone she meets. If I have given you offense, allow me to make it up to you with some advice. Tell me, have you visited the ice outside Tempest Gate and past Madmen Bridge? The sentries stationed there keep watch over the road, and when trouble arises, they sometimes turn to outside help. If you wish to make a name for yourself as a trustworthy adventurer, you should speak with Mensreta and the eyes and offer your assistance. You actually? No, you're also level 20. This is going to give us a tabard. Good. These days, poor Badron's so busy looking after others, he hasn't been able to look after himself. He deserves something for his efforts. Whenever he's in his cups and starts speaking of the old days, he never fails to mention Aurelay. Seems he and his mates used to eat the creatures on occasion. It's obvious he still has fond memories of that life, so I'm looking for a few Aurelay umbrellas. Might be something he appreciates. Could you help me by procuring 4 of them? If you're willing to help, speak with Clindrail by the Aft Castle. She knows where various wild beasts congregate. Aurelay are basically jellyfish. So let's head up to the thing. I probably won't grab those straight away. I might actually... No, I won't leave them, but I won't grab them straight away. I was going to say I'll leave them for other classes, but the other classes can do the other starting areas. Because we're grabbing White Mage. And I mean, Fisher doesn't really need it either. Grabbing White Mage, which can do the Gridanian stuff. You are returned to me a different woman. Already your face shows a harder cast, the realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there is much training to be done before you will wield axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make each swing an instinctive act. You shall have this hunting log to aid you in that endeavor. Its pages are marked with opponents suitable for honing your skills. There are, of course, myriad methods by which you might improve your techniques, but when the way forward is not readily apparent, the log provides a reliable source of challenges. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step towards the mastery of Marauder Way. Implacable, relentless, such must be your momentum on both the practice grounds and the battlefield. Next Marauder quest will be available reaching level 5. Eagle's Mum's Think, which has fucking skill speed. Great. Give us tenacity, bro. So the hunting log is this. He basically tells you to go kill things. See, Aurelay. Gives you a rough idea where they are. I'm not sure if I'll do that. Well, I will do it, but I'm not sure if I'll do it and record that part because it can be very monotonous. It's a great source of XP, but it can be monotonous. Alright, so we're gonna get our first good axe. And potentially I might grab this custom-made cuirass. Even though we can get the tabard from the other quest, I think I'll get the cuirass because it's better suited to us. Oh, I just skipped! God damn it, I keep doing that. Thus we come to the core of today's lesson. Such strength as a marauder must possess is developed through a traditional method passed down through the generations of the guild, a method that you, too, shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to Brab in the practice area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. Yeah, I gotta get out of the habit of just automatically click, click, click. Because the quests that I've been doing as of late are generally like repeated quests on my main character, or I was quickly leveling and powering through quests for an alternate character. So I'm so used to just going click, 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 click. I'm not reading anything. Anyway, let's talk to him. The Axe Master told me to be down on your way. My name's Browenbar. I'm just going to call him that. Good. It is to meet you in more order. Now, we axe wielders build the strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right, our traditional method involves smashing a rock with your axe. But you can't just swing an old axe, swing any old axe. You need to hit the rock just so. Rotgim, a fellow marauder, is waiting just outside the Zephyr Gate, by the bridge over the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. Okay. So... let's return... I think we'll go hand in this quest, get the stuff, because we're going to go that way anyway. The Glory Days one, what do we have to do with that? Ah, that's the Oro stuff. Anyway, if hunting log stuff is along the way, or if it's in the area of a quest, I'll probably leave it. I'll probably do it then. Like if the enemy's something we're killing anyway. So let's head out the Zephyr Gate. Oh wait, no, that's the lower Lenosha. And where do we need to go? We need to go for Zephyr there, so we'll go to the main story quest first. Okay, see, we got Wharf Rats here, so I might do that on recording, but little else. So basically, this little marker means that they're in hunting log, which is a really neat feature. Alright. We have Berserk now, which ups our damage. Well, they're guarantees that all attack critical and direct hits, which means that they do a lot more damage. Basically. Wow, we're not getting our combo. Oh, lag. Wow, okay. Wow. Oh yeah, before I forget, we'll drag this Marmot Steak onto here. We need to sell these tin pieces as well. Okay. Show you that. There we go. Nice. I think that's one more. So you can see down here that we need 2 or 3. Alright, cool. Alrighty then. So head up to, we'll do this one quickly. Oh, B-Cloud, go head that up. So yeah, other than the ones that are like along the way, I probably won't do the rest. Yeah, I'll do that off, like if I need to do any prep or anything monotonous. The same will be said for like dungeons and stuff, like if I need to redo a dungeon for leveling purposes, then I won't bother, I'll just do it off and then record. Greetings, lass. Ready to split some stones, are ya? I have 3 nice and hard rocks for you to build up a sweat on. Don't try nothing fancy now, just hit 'em with a good solid heavy swing. Okay. It's a solid rock. Now, ideally, I'd be using food for the plus 3 XP bonus. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's still a bonus. Alright. That's the way to do it. Less. Now we've got the idea, why don't you take it up a notch and use a Skull Sunder to break a few more? Alright. Hi, I can see you're a natural. My head's still ringing with the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to the Axemaster Wurzen and let him know you're ready for something harder. Okay. Now, all these enemies have this blue, like, skull face thing next to them. Basically means they're passive, so you can run around them all day and they won't attack you, but as soon as you attack them, they'll attack back. The alternative is like a red or a yellow. They will attack you on sight, and specifically on sight, by that I mean if you walk in front of the bat. So that means that that's the direction they're facing. You know, while on a creature like this, it's quite obvious. There are some creatures that don't particularly have a face, like oozes and slime and stuff like that. So those are the ones that'll that you need to look out for that. Yeah, level up. Yeah. So what happens is you get the reward XP for each entry. Some entries, you won't be able to see it, but some entries will have 2 or 3 enemies that you gotta kill before it'll trigger that entry. And then each page has its own reward. Alright. So, let's talk to the mender, just make sure that our gear is in tune. Yeah, it's pretty good. We'll also sell this stuff to you. We don't need any of that. Cool. Alright, 749. A far-flung amount of what you would quickly have as you continue to progress, especially if you're a crafter or a gatherer. Ah, you must be the adventurer Bedouin promised to send along. Scarlett Cerberus, wasn't it? You honoured his word, so that's a good start. I'm Stalewern, the old bastard, as Bedouin likely described me, and this here is a humble orchard. My humble orchard. Good number of the lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas, and if you're wondering why I'm employing these Gregs, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for our ship like it did for so many others, and I was sore wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow, and the Admiral Meriveb's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers working the field seemed to find an offer to refuse. Well, it turns out you can take the pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soil, you see. And unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train them have been wriggling their hands in black despair. With so much work piling up, I need a tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. So we're gonna get the boots, the leather crackhouse, which gives us strength and dexterity. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that. I've actually been hit with one of those instances where I'm not sure if strength actually benefits a tank. Yes, okay, good. Because I know tenacity, which is specifically a tank ability, or tank stat, does deal with damage. So I was wondering if they took strength away, but they've still got it. That's good. Yep, by Gladiator Marauder. Keyword Marauder. Excellent. So we can take the Wild Rose boots off, which are just glamour items basically, and equip the leather Krakau's. Excellent. Now we'll move those two over here. So this is some of the other shit that I got. There is another set of earrings with XP, but these ones, which are the ones that come with the Shadowbringer pre-order, they level, quotation marks, they level with your character, so they provide you with stats based on what your level is, based on what class you're rolling, so that's why I've got 95 Vitality and 104 Tenacity, and it's an item level 290 even though I'm level 7, and this one's level 5, like, yeah, that's why. This also gives you the same amount, but to level 70 instead of level 50. So yeah. Also okay, and then all this is just basically glamour gear. There's some vouchers which give you more glamour gear. Yeah. So we can close that. Grab the next quest. I have in mind to set you a task, Cerberus, but before I do, I need you to be sure. You're properly kitted out. Pirates don't care to parley with dandies, you understand. It might well be that the ones here have traded their cutlasses for coulters, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it. Come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. Equip your body, head, body, hands, feet with a gear level of item level of 5 or greater. Now, unfortunately, this means that we actually have to get ahead, even though get ahead. We have a head; it's right there. Get a head slot item, even though we won't be using it going forward. Thankfully, these earrings are not counted, but they're item level 290 anyway. Now I'm going to attune to this Aetherite, and then I will call it there for the moment. I might grab these quests later on, but we now have teleport, so we can just teleport anywhere we want. As you can see, we have, because of what I did before, you have a free location, so I can teleport back to Lintula Minsa for free. Even though it could just return, it's not required. I generally move the return over to another city-state. But that's it for now. The next episode we'll start gathering some of these quests, continue on, and finish up the level 5 Axe in the Stone quest and get our first bronze axe. Alright, catch you later.